And we're live. Not going to waste time with the audio check. If the audio doesn't come through, I'll reshoot the video. Not a big deal. Look, you've been following the channel, you've been running some ads, and a seller called you. And you're like, oh no, what do I do? And you got that voicemail. Hey, this is John Smith, Mary Smith, John Doe, Mary Doe. We want to sell our house. And you're like, crap, which video do I watch? Well, this one will be a good one. There's others that you can watch too, and they're on the listing agent, how to be a great listing agent series. But this one right here is just over the 5 questions to ask every seller on the initial phone call. If that's something that you think will help your business, then you're going to want to stick around and watch these 5 questions so that you can call that seller back and start working on your new listing. All right, let's get started. And before I do, don't forget, my name is Josh Barnett. Thank you so much for watching the channel. I'm an agent over at eXp Realty, and I help brokers transition their office to eXp Realty. I help team leaders transition their teams to eXp Realty. I help agents transition to eXp Realty, and I help new agents transition or sign up or start their career at eXp Realty. If you want to know more about that, shoot me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'd be happy to go over it with you. Now let's get in today's video. All right, so question number 1. Tell me about your home. It's that simple. It is really that simple. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, thank you so much for your call. I look forward to helping you get your home sold for top dollar in the shortest amount of time. Can you tell me a little bit about your home? Now, if you couldn't tell their personality type by the voicemail, you should be able to. But if you can't, when they start telling you about the home, they're going to tell you how to act as a salesman or a saleswoman. If they're like, it's 2,000 square feet, it's a 3-car garage, it's on a 3/4 acre lot, I've got a 15 by 30 shed, boom, 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 boom. They get right to the point. They get right to the chase. And you're just going to be like, thank you. I took notes. Repeat back to them what they said. 2,000 square feet, 3-car garage, 3/4 acre. And it's got a 15 by 30 shed. Is that correct? And they'll be like, yeah, that's correct. You've already blown your competition away. You just repeated back to them what they told you, and you took notes on it. And then you say, great, thank you so much for that information. Let me ask you this. Can you tell me, have you done any major upgrades in the last 3 years? Like a new roof, remodeled kitchen, new carpet, new interior, exterior paint, anything major, anything huge have you done in the last 3 years? And that's going to draw more information out about the home. And you want to gather as much information as you can over the phone so that you can prepare a great CMA. That's what all these questions are leading up to. And the seller will tell you, oh, now that you mentioned it, Josh, I did just get the roof replaced and I upgraded to a class 4 roof. If they didn't answer what class the roof is, then they probably didn't upgrade. But don't forget to ask, especially if you're one of my agents here in Oklahoma, be sure to ask them, did you upgrade to the class 4 roof? Because that's important. That'll save the buyer money on insurance. That's why that's important. And then they'll say, well, actually, Josh, I just upgraded my septic system. I now have an anaerobic septic system, and I no longer have a lateral line septic system. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, thank you so much. That's great information. New septic system is great for everybody. That's definitely going to bring value to your home on the sale. Okay, repeat back to them what they say, and then reaffirm to them that that brings value on the sale. Now, if it's something like painted the interior, exterior, dollar for dollar wise, we know that doesn't bring value to the sale, but it helps it sell faster, and that's valuable. It helps it be more presentable. That's valuable. So you want to make notes of these things, and it's helping you with the valuation report. Question number 3, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, do you need to sell your home prior to purchasing a new home? Or can you qualify to buy, move, and then sell? That's going to help you out timeline wise. And that's going to also make them start thinking, which is key because you're asking great questions to help them help themselves. You're a salesperson. That's what you do. You ask great questions to help them help themselves. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, let me ask you this. Thank you so much for this information on your home. Do you need to sell before you buy? Or are you able to purchase your new home, move in, and then sell your old home after we complete the make ready? Ask them that question. That's a great question because if they can buy without selling, refocus your concentration. Still do the valuation report. Still let them know everything they need to know about their home. Don't stop the momentum on this. But as soon as you get off the phone and when you send over the valuation, you're also going to have a talk with what they're looking for. Okay, you're gonna have a talk with what they're looking for. If you're the team lead and you're gonna be working on it with one of your team members, then you want to get that team member on board to start showing them houses, etc., etc. Okay, if you're gonna work the buy of them and the sell of them yourself, because that's what you do, that's your business model, then you know that you need to go help them find a home too. Okay, and then thank you so much for this information, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Another question that I always ask all the sellers that I help sell their home is, what is your timeline? Typically, it takes 30 to 45 days to close a home. And once we go on market, we could have your home typically sold in as little as 3 days to 7 days, depending on your schedule and how quickly you want to accept an offer. What is your timeline on needing to sell your home and move? Most of the time, they're going to say, well, Josh, that's a good question. I was thinking about maybe getting it on the market next week. Great, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I'd be excited to help you get it on the market next week. Can I come by tomorrow and take a look at your home and let you know anything that we need to get done before the photo shoot? Well, yes, Josh, that'd be great. Yes, thank you so much. Or can I send by one of my listing agents that work with me to look at your home to make sure there's not any little things we need to do before we have the professional photo shoot done? Now, that's another great question. These are two great questions. Why, of course, Josh, that would be great. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Well, now that you mentioned it, Josh, I actually don't want to sell until the kiddos get out of school at the end of May. Oh, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, that's great. Is there a good time tomorrow or the following day that I could come by and look at your home so we could strategize what needs done the most before we have the professional photo shoot done, probably about 2 weeks before the kids get out of school? Yeah, Josh, that sounds great. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I cannot wait to see your home. So get their timeline. Getting their timeline is very, very important because it lets you know how to organize everything. The site visitation, the list of things that need done before we have the professional photo shoot done, scheduling the professional photo shoot, scheduling when we bring it on the market. As you know, if you've been watching the channel for any time, you know that we typically bring homes on the market on Thursdays and ask sellers during this market to take a weekend vacation, be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That way we can show the home all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then review offers Sunday night and Monday and make a decision by the end of the day Monday. That's respectful of the buyers. That gives everyone enough time to look at the home, and it gives the seller a little mini vacation, and they don't have to constantly be leaving because of the 20, 30 showings that are going on during that time. So timeline is very important. So ask, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what is the timeline you're thinking about selling, taking into account that a home typically sells in about 30 to 45 days once we go on the market? And we are able to typically go under contract, if the home is priced right. Always, doesn't matter what market it is. If the home is priced right, we're typically able to go to contract in 3 to 7 days. And then just listen, repeat back to them what they say, take notes, be respectful of their time, be respectful of their answers, take notes. Polly's another great teacher. I've learned so much from him. He's like, repeat, affirm, move. He says something like that. Great teacher. And then the final question before you get off the phone, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, thank you so much for all this information. Thank you so much for all your time. I'm going to start doing homework on my end now. And I'm going to put together the neighborhood market valuation, the comparable sales valuation on your home, and I'm going to put together the packet on how I've been able to help over 600 families close on their homes. What is the best email to you and your spouse if they're married? What's the best email to all the decision makers about the sell of this home, so that when I get that packet put together, I can email it over to you, shoot you all a text letting you know that I've sent it, and then we can schedule our next call to go over the packet. Or if you're seeing them tomorrow, I'll email this to you tonight, text you that I sent it, and then we can go over it tomorrow when I'm doing the site visit. Okay, that's it. You ask a seller those 5 questions, and you've set yourself so far above the competition by asking the right questions, because it lets them know that you know, as an agent, the proper steps, the proper procedures, what is needed to take them to that next step, which is the site visit, the photo shoot, bringing the property live, taking offers, negotiating offers, choosing an offer, moving through closing, and then closing. Okay? You ask the right questions in a professional manner. You repeat, you affirm, and move. You do everything that they expect you to do as an agent because you're enjoying this channel so much. And God has brought us together so that I can chat with you over the internet. You're going to get the listing. You're going to get the listing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with any of your real estate agents that you think might benefit from this. And as always, I love helping broker owners, team leaders, agents, and new agents learn the power of eXp Realty and grow with me at eXp Realty so that you can take your business to the next level. You have any questions about real estate, call, text, email me. And like my upline Jackson always says, hey, at least you'll get another person's perspective on eXp Realty and you can decide whether it's right or not. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video.